Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Faurot Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Missouri's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got him there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So NC State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Missouri wants to go fast.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Might as well give it to him again. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Ash. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
He's back to throw on second down. And that one's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
They got to him and blocked it. Picks it up. He'll try to do something with it. Inside the 10. Stopped at the 9-yard line. Just a gargantuan play on special teams. It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. A first down run in the red zone. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the option. Now the toss. On the move at the 30. He's off to the races. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the option. Quick toss. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll run the toss. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Now on the option. The pitch. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they will score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's got an open man. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over USF. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Coming after it. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He's going to pass on second down. Going to let it fly. Brings it inside the 10. Touchdown, NC State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Handoff to the lone back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Missouri wants to go fast. He wants to throw. Wide open downfield. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the returner goes down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quick pass on the jet motion. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got his man out of the backfield. Makes the catch and knocked down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They'll try to run for it. Shakes off the defender. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Time's dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. They're working that left side. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Steps away. Got his man on the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. On second down, he'll let it fly. Looking for a big gain. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
You know, the problem about taking
take over.
is that the corner playing on the outside already has a big cushion against the wide receiver. He's got his eyes on it, so he can see the football thrown. You've got to be pinpoint accurate. If you're not, it could be an interception, and that's what happened right there.
And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll leave it with the lone back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. So Missouri will have to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He takes it at the 45. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll run the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And that one will put them up here in the second half. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. Hand off from the shotgun. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. At the 35, he's open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, the ground game. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they...
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On second down, he's looking downfield, using his feet to buy time. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Missouri gets to the line quickly.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Offense in an empty set. He wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Johns. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. From the gun. Moving away from pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it. Strong, firm tackle. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Wants to pass. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's right on target. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He makes the grab. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part and the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potentially.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7.